I just did a video podcast. I was supposed to pause it. I did pause the video and then I had to use my phone to do a few other stuff to check on something. And then I went back into the camera app to find out that the video was cut off, so I have to make a new one. But I'm not really pissed off about it because I didn't really go that far. But what I wanted to say was that this video is going to include a ramble. So I'll be going on a few digressions in relation to the Champions League and the person that went through the Champions League, the nature of the games themselves, and then I'll be going into I'll be doing a rumble. I'll be doing a rumble. If you hear some persons outside, they're just playing the fool. So I guess you just want to be heard in my video podcast, which is understandable. That's understandable. Persons want to be heard. So I'll be doing a rumble. I'll be doing not really any ranting, but I'll be doing some degree of admonishment to some factions of football fans. And of course, I'll be doing the preview for the match in relation to a few Manchester United latest news. Now, in relation to the Champions League, PSG went through to the semi-finals of the Champions League to play against Man City, who won against Dortmund, which I'm gonna get to in a second. Yeah, Neymar shined, but Neymar in terms of his display was very good, but my man didn't have no end product. It's me. My man was he was creating chances, he was beating players, but he even created chances for himself to score and he just didn't score. Mbappe was lightning very yesterday in his display and his pace. Mbappe is pacey, bro. You cannot give Mbappe space. You're asking to be raped in broad daylight, so you don't want to be doing that. Delight. Hold on. Yeah. So PSG too, but Neymar is not really bought and thought of staying at PSG fully because his contract, something is in relation to his contract right now. Is me and hold on, let me set this straight so you guys can see me. Okay, boom. So Neymar is kind of half and half in relation to his contract because again PSG is on the verge of winning their not only first ever Champions League for a long time, but their first Champions League ever. Is me like I have as much Champions League medals as do former players of either PSG right now or persons that used to play for PSG. Isn't we have the same amount of Champions League medals, me and players that used to play for PSG. So yeah, they're trying to win their first ever Champions League trophy. They're trying to lay hands on the trophy of the Champions League. And in relation to Neymar and his representative, they know that if they sign if Neymar signs his contract right now, which is going to be a very hefty contract in terms of money per week. I mean, this guy getting over 400 per week. In relation to his representative, he knows that if he signs a contract right now and PSG is supposed to get knocked out by Man City, it's going to make him look stupid and he's not going to have that motivation or that drive to strive and win games for PSG later on because my man has just basically played his hand. So he knows that with the game at hand, he's going to have to wait and see out the game against Man City, beat the person that they're going to play in the final after beating Man City. Then he's going to sign the contract. That is how proper agent to client management works. You don't want to be signing your client to a contract of a club and you know that the trophy is in arm's length and you know that if you sign a contract right now and you lose to Man City and you're like 29 years of age, yeah, Neymar is getting of age right now. Neymar is no longer that youngster that used to be that pacey player that would just leave players, take them souls, twist up their toes and so forth and so forth. Neymar is getting of age right now. I remember when I was in high school and the player in question. Basically, what Mbappe is right now in the world of football was when I was in high school and Neymar was the big talking point in 2013. Persons were saying, yo, you know that nigga from Brazil, that skinny ass, sprat ass nigga named Neymar? You know that guy that they have the band-aid on his nose named Neymar, that banty foot named Neymar, that guy is going to be a very world-class player. That was when he was at Santos and he was on the verge of signing for Barcelona. And what we have seen the player that Neymar he has turned out to be. Is me. So, but right now Neymar is like in the final chapters of his football career, and he knows that in this chapter of his career, he needs to be in a situation where he can help PSG win the Champions League ever. There is a reason why Neymar cried in the finals last season. Neymar knew at that time, he didn't, in hindsight, he did know that he and PSG would, be in the semi-finals right now. But at that time, he knew that would probably be his last. That would be probably be his last attempt to be in the final with our PSG in the Champions League. So those tears were not, arbitrary or random. Those tears were for a reason. Tears were shed for a reason. He knew that he was not, at least at that time, he knew he was not going to bring PSG at the height as far as it would go at the time. But seeing that they're in the finals right now, Neymar is stalling on his contract, and rightly so. Because again, if PSG gets knocked out by Man City, if Neymar gets knocked out by Man City with Mbappe, Di Maria, Draxler, Paredes, Herrera, and etc., with the camp and the troops, Neymar is going to leave PSG. Period. He's going to leave PSG. He's not going to have a motivation or a urge or a strive to drive PSG forward if they do not win against Man City. He knows that. He knows that. And that's going to be dawning on Mbappe because Mbappe is like a mentee of Neymar. Neymar is like Mbappe's mentor. So if my man is going to leave PSG, my man is going to find some strategy to leave PSG as well. He's not going to leave. Basically, the domino effect is going to take place. Hold on. The domino effect is going to take place because if Neymar leaves PSG, Mbappe is going to at least reconsider his time at PSG. Because Mbappe, as good as Mbappe is, he's not going to contribute that much to this side in terms of creating chances as good as Neymar. He knows that. So if Neymar is sold, and Neymar is told to go somewhere else because they got knocked out by Man City, which is as I would call it, the El Clasico, oil money versus oil money, he's going to leave to a different club. He's going to go to, I wouldn't say greener pastures because PSG is one of the richest clubs out there, but he's going to leave the club for a new environment and a new challenge because he has brought PSG to a new level. If you know the gas ceiling theory, that is where you have brought yourself up to the highest degree and you're like touching the ceiling right now and you cannot go any higher. He knows that he has brought PSG to that degree. And if PSG doesn't beat that gas ceiling theory by beating Man City, my man is going to leave. And that's the harsh reality. He's going to leave. He's not going to have that motivation to stay in Paris much to the chagrin of the president of PSG. He just wants to leave, bro. If PSG wins the Champions League, then he's going to sign a contract. Again, which is a very heavy contract. This is me. So, yeah. If they lose, it's going to be a losing situation for PSG on the side. And Pochettino has to really invest if that happens. But going to Man City and Dortmund, it has created a controversy in relation to the football world because persons are saying that Man City paid the referees to let them go through. My thing is this, dude. Referees aren't God. Referees are not God. These children trying to distract a brother. Referees are not God, bro. Do you think a judge in court makes the best decision all the time? Do you think a judge in court makes the best decision all the time? Do you think the judge makes the best decision based on justice all the time for the offender and the victims? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? Because judges are supposed to sentence an offender based on the quality of crime that is committed. So do you think a person that just robbed $15 from me is going to get 50 years? What if the judge told them that they're going to get 50 years? Would you say that's a justice? Would you say that is judge fixing for the victim to pay the judge, this certain amount of money to allow the offender to get 50 years in prison for just robbery of $15 from me? You think that's real justice? You think that's real justice? So referees are not God, bro. They are human beings. Human beings make mistakes. We're mere mortal beings that have batteries that's going to run out at some point. And unfortunately, those batteries cannot be charged. If they were supposed to be charged, they'll be charged on life support, which cannot last long unless you have dishes of dollars. But that's a different story. But what I'm basically saying is that referees are going to make the best decision in not in their own interest, what they think is the best decision for both sides. And in relation to that, bro, yeah, Dortmund, there are some fans of Dortmund and the Bundesliga, as I would call it, the Bayern Liga, that is not really happy with the decision that was made against Dortmund. No, Dortmund, in my opinion, Dortmund was a victim of their own downfall, because I thought they should have just seen it out, because they got a goal early on from the 17-year-old Jude Bellingham, I think. Yeah, that boy is going to be some talent. Hold on. Really? Hold on. Yeah, he's going to be some talent, because he broke the Ducks in the first half. He gave Dortmund the lead in the second leg, but in terms of the overall aggregate score, it was 2-2. But considering that Dortmund had an away goal at the time, you could say if the game was supposed to stay that way, Dortmund would go astray in the semi-finals. But going back to Man City, persons think that City basically stole the spoils injusticely, and they went through because the referee was more in tune with the Man City camp instead of the Dortmund camp. Dude, this is not something that is new under the sun. Referees are always going to make mistakes. Now, I'm not saying that it was a mistake, but I'm saying referees are going to make mistakes. Because my thing is this, bro. A decision that is made is not... You could think you make the best decision, but there are some factions of persons that's not going to be happy either way. They're not going to be happy either way. So if I was to cut off your head and I was to get 5 years in prison, you think that's going to be justice for the victims? Come on, bro. Come on. I mean, I'm just going to get 5 years, shoot. I'm going to kiss my lucky star and say, yo, I thought I was supposed to get 500 years in our prison, let alone 5. So I'm going to take that 5. But what I'm saying is that referees are not going to make the best decisions at some point. Definitely in regarding to our VAR. But based on on the balance of play, bro, Man City was the better side because they get quality goals. Persons were criticizing Emre Can. And this is where I'm going to get into it, bro. Persons were saying Emre Can, how stupid is he? You forgot. You idiot. How can you just do that in the second leg of a crucial game against Man City? Man City is on the verge of getting, an away goal. Why are you giving it away like that in the away fixture for Man City? So my thing is this, bro. Why are you criticizing? What have I told you guys in my last video podcast? In relation to Heung-min Son getting criticism from Man United fans and other fans of a rival club. Why are you guys criticizing the person and not the player? Criticize the player and not the person. And when you criticize the player, do not destructively criticize the person. No, based on subjective criticism, I'm not going to really battle that, because again, we human beings are not God, so we're going to make certain mistakes. So we're not going to really be high and fly in terms of decisions being made. What I'm saying is this, bro. Another email. I'm not going to pause this. Hold on for a second. What I was going to say, What I was going to say. Crap. Oh, I was going to say this. My thing is this, bro. On the balance of play, Man City still got the 2 away goals. Oh, I was about to talk about American. Yeah, what is up with you guys harshly criticizing, and racially abusing players that made mistakes on the pitch? As the Bible says, I'm not going to start preaching now. As the Bible says, separate the sinner from the sinner. Separate the sin from the sinner. Do not criticize the player. Do not criticize the person as the... Wait. Do not criticize the person. Criticize the player's act. That's what I was basically saying for Heung-min Son, because he was the man in question in relation to Tottenham versus Man United on Sunday. But my thing is this, bro. Do not criticize the person. Criticize the player's act on the pitch. You could say, yo, what is Emre doing that for? Because he basically headed the ball on his hand. Some persons were saying, yo, that is not a handball. That is an inadvertent mistake on Khan's part, but that's just his involuntary reflex. He cannot help it. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't deliberate. But persons were saying, yo, that's not a penalty now. That's not a penalty. But the referee is like, no, that's a penalty because handball, bro, handball. But persons saying that's a bad call. Why is it a handball? The ball, hold on. People getting at me, bro. The ball hit his head. He basically headed the ball on his hand. If that make he headed the ball and the person was saying, yo, that's not a handball. But anyway, to kick things off, Man City got the goal, away goal, and Phil Foden unfolded the fixture in Man City's favor. Yeah, that's what Phil Foden is for, bro. He unfolds things for Man City. That dude is going as well as his English compatriot or his English counterpart, Jude Bellingham for Dortmund. Those dudes with Greenwood and Saka, those dudes are going to run the show for England for years and years to come. You see me? But to keep things short, bro, to move on to the other game. Oh yeah, the manager for Bayern Munich. This is going to be quite a... Again, if you guys are watching this video podcast and you are here to watch a preview, watch the end of the video, because I'll be going again. I told you guys I'll be doing some rambling, some digression, some tangents. But if you want to stay and listen to me run my mouth, do just that. Like I was saying, yeah, the manager for Bayern Munich right now, in the current state right now, it's certain outlets is saying that he's going to be manager for Germany, the German national side, and he's going to subside from the Bayern job. My thoughts is this, bro. And again, I don't watch the Bayern's Liga because I just don't like watching German football or a league that is just easily dominated by one side. I'm not going to be doing that. So, my thing is this, bro. If he leaves, it's not really going to hurt him because he has won everything at a club level in relation to the Champions League. He has won the treble for Bayern Munich. He has won the league for Bayern Munich. He has won the domestic cup or domestic league for Bayern Munich. So it's not really going to hurt him to leave Bayern Munich. So if he wants to stretch out these people, man, getting at me. If he wants to stretch out his CV, If you want to stress, if you want to stretch out his resume, have more accolades, credentials on his resume, he's not going to stay at Bayern Munich. He's going to leave Bayern Munich and receive the job of Germany, being the manager of Germany on an international level, so that he can probably bring German back to dominance in the world of football, at least on an international level. So it's not going to really hurt Flick if he bump Flicks from Bayern right now. If he wants to go to Germany, he can do just that. Is it me? If he wants to unleash that potential, is it me? Um. So yeah, again, like I just told you guys, of Neymar leaving. See, if Flick, this is the thing about football. If Flick beat and Bayern Munich beat PSG, these outlets would not have anything to say about Flick leaving Bayern Munich. I can guarantee you that. He would have stayed, or persons would not really have no thought on saying that Flick would leave Bayern Munich if Bayern Munich beaten, poor English, beat PSG. You see me? So, hold on. Why is this thing acting up, man? What's wrong with you guys? Yeah. So I don't think Flick is going to hurt Flick as much if if he leaves again. If Bayern Munich did beat PSG yesterday, my man my man he would stay at Bayern Munich. But seeing that he is left, not left, well, seeing that Bayern Munich has left the Champions League, his commitment is called into question. You see me? He probably wants to go to a new location. You see me? He wants to go to a new destiny. He wants to destine for greatness, at least on an international level, based on the outlet and news that has come into play. So another thing is Liverpool against Real Madrid. That was a poor 90 minutes from Liverpool because I don't know. Oh, another thing, because I said I was going to do a certain degree of admonishing. What is up with footballers, bro? I mean, what is up with football fans, bro? If the opposite side beat you fair and square in the first leg, but seeing that you're going to play on their turf in the second leg, and you know the side is traveling good and dandy, listening to their music so they can prepare themselves for the game at hand. You put a stone in your hand and you're throwing stones at the bus because they beat you fair and square in the first leg. I mean, what is up with you guys, man? Why are you Liverpool fans doing that? Or fans in general doing that to opposite sides? I mean, why are you doing that, bro? This is not the Serengeti where you can just kill animals just in the open like that. So why are you throwing stones at the bus? You think you throwing stones at the bus is going to provoke you, give you the ammunition and give you the green light to beat Real Madrid in the second leg and go to the semi-finals? You think so? The football doesn't work that way, bro. So you have to go take your losses, bro. So yeah, but in terms of the game, bro, I was about to say this. I don't know if the football players of Liverpool had a big buffet before the match because certain players, bro, could not finish their dinner in the box. They couldn't finish their dinner. They couldn't finish chances in the box. My man was it's like certain players were like flying kites in the box. Ronaldo, Firmino, Salah were sailing balls over the crossbar. I don't know if they saw the goal in the stadium or in the parking lot, but bro, that lot of players, bro, they lost their shooting boots or something, bro. Or Juju fans of Real Madrid, probably obia them or something like that, or just give them some black magic or something like that, because they were given a lot of chances to not only equalize but to actually take the game into their stride. Is me. So yeah, Real Madrid didn't have anything to do with that aside from giving them space to take the shot. But yeah, Real Madrid was very good, at least defensively, because they didn't concede and they didn't need to like really score, given that Liverpool were like missing chances left and right. Because again, I think these guys were like probably bloated or full, bro, before the first the first whistle was blown, because Salah got a couple chances that he could have put to bed, but instead he just flew them over the bar or make it the keeper save it. You see me? So why am I not? Hold on, let me try to access it right. So I don't know why certain players. I mean, bro, those players, bro, they didn't really. You're going to hear some players of Liverpool from you're going to hear certain outlets from Liverpool saying that some player want to leave Liverpool. I can guarantee you it. Probably more specifically, one of the front three players, probably Firmino, Salah, or Mane. Cause again, bro, this is the farthest they have, not the farthest in the campaign, but considering that they're at this stage of their career, they have won the Champions League at Liverpool. They have been in the final twice at Liverpool. They have won the league for Liverpool. So their motivation to stay at Liverpool is not going to really be as high. Or they're not going to have that strive or that determination. You see me? And that is really key for a player to really perform at the peak, bro. Because if hold on. If you're staying at a club that you have conquered everything, at least club on a hold on a club level, you're not going to really be at the level, a high level of motivation to stay in that situation and try to win trophies based on trophies you have already won at the club. Like, you're not going to really have a motivation to be doing that. Another thing I want to talk about in relation to, I'm gonna bring back to Manchester United. So welcome to the current situation at Manchester United. A few things I want to say in relation to Manchester United. What type of thing is this? Hold on. Yeah. There was I saw something said by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and okay then. I'm gonna do that afterwards because I'm getting distracted. I saw something in relation to Old Trafford and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in relation to the benches and it being a distraction for players. So they're trying to either change the color of the chairs or they're trying to make it see, I can't really access. I'm going to be paraphrasing, but I think you guys probably heard of it, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United is going to like change the color or put more faces in the stadium so the players can concentrate on the pitch, so they can't be this. Dude, this is my thing. If you are winning games, cause my thing, based on the thing. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let me calm down a bit. If you notice, our away record, it has been impeccable. Our away form is very good, but our home turf form has to be called into question. We lost our first game, not only first game in our first match, but we lost our first game at home. We lost our first game at home. We have lost to Tottenham at home 6-1, and we have lost to Sheffield United at home. At home, Sheffield United at home. Sheffield, who is like at 20th place, who has less than 20 points, and they're going back to relegate. They're going back to championship. And my man, got 3 points when we're in a position to be the champions of the Premier League. You see me? So my thing is this. This is not really an excuse to use, because if United were winning games at Old Trafford this season, that thing would not be called that thing would not be made that thing would not be made into it wouldn't be called into question. It wouldn't even exist. How are cheers in the stadium distracting players on the pitch? I've never heard that in my life. That is like groundbreaking talking points, bro. Where are you getting that from? Stop it. Where is that coming from? Which other manager are you hearing saying that? Never get it twisted. Old Trafford is a big stadium. That Old Trafford is a big stadium. I'm talking about the capacity of Old Trafford is over 75,000. I've never heard a former manager of Barcelona making hold on, making any excuses in relation to Barcelona stadium. Dude, Barcelona stadium capacity is over 100,000. And in terms of the build of Camp Nou, it is very steep. Like you have chairs way up here, so basically if you jump off Camp Nou, you'll be dead. You'll be dead. Not only you'll be dead, you'll be dead even halfway before you reach ground. That is how steep Camp Nou is. I've never heard no manager or former manager for that matter complain about chairs distracting players. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer lost me with that. Where did that come from, bro? Whose ass did you pull that out from? That's bollocks, bro. That's bollocks. That's gibberish. That's garbage. If you're trying to justify Manchester United's poor form at home because of the cheers, I mean, that I'm not going to get into that. But another talking point is I read something I usually do. You have to read to stay alert, you know. You have to stay intellectual to read, so you have to start reading. But I saw something that caught my eyes, that perked my interests and my ears, and it spoke of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It spoke of Sir Alex Ferguson naming the only 4 world class players he's worked with at Manchester United. Now that's funny because any Manchester United fan, proper Manchester United fan, would say, yo, when Sir Alex Ferguson was in position as manager of Manchester United, given the players that played under not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but players that played under Sir Alex Ferguson, the average person would say, yo, phew, Sir Alex Ferguson worked with over 4 world class players. So how is Sir Alex Ferguson going to say Manchester he only had 4 world class players at when he worked with at Manchester United? Like, I mean, you know, I know time is getting on for Sir Alex Ferguson. I know he had a tumor late. I knew he had a brain surgery, you know, sometimes before, but I think he's getting a bit confused. He's saying 4 world class players he's worked with only at Manchester United. I mean, I can even count on one hand of world class players that he's worked with at Manchester United. So how is this old person? By the way, respect your elders. How is this elderly world class manager once upon a time going to say there was a time I worked with 4 players that were world class at Manchester United? How is that even possible? And basically, the article said he worked with 4 world class players, which were. I know this is going to get some persons pissed off. Eric Cantona, the King, the Don Data. That's number 1. Ryan Giggs, that's number 2. Paul Scholes, number 3. Cristiano Ronaldo, number 4. Those were the 4 world class players Sir Alex Ferguson, at least based on the article, said that he's worked with at Manchester United. Now, I am not on Sir Alex Ferguson's pedigree, or I haven't graduated with a Sir Alex Ferguson managerial degree. But I can easily say that Wayne Rooney was world class back in his day. Wayne Rooney was world class back in his day. David De Gea, I wouldn't say Sir Alex Ferguson got the best years out of David De Gea. But I would say Rio Ferdinand and Vidic was world class at some point. They weren't world class all the time, but there was some time my man was world class. Whether it was Vidic, Evra, Rio Ferdinand, come on, Manchester United is not really a side that was laced and paced with world class players, but come on, bro. 4 players you worked with that were world class? Ooh. Bro, I mean, I'm not going to challenge Sir Alex Ferguson because that's like trying to challenge God, bro. So I'm not going to be doing that. So that's why the Bible says you need to humble yourself and become a base. No, become humble, humble yourself and do not be a base. For those that are a base will be humble. So I'm not going to really disparage what Sir Alex Ferguson has said. If you really believe that those players were real world class, because I mean, every person have their different definitions, depiction, and description of what a world class player embodies and entails. So I'm not going to really bash or trash old Sir Alex Ferguson. If you want, I mean, this is the same person that hired David Moyes, who is doing good in the league right now. I'm not going to disparage him as well, but it's a person that appointed David Moyes to take over his mantle, the baton to be at Manchester United. You see me? This is a person that had Bebe at one time, Obertong at one time, Jemba at one time. So like I was saying, persons are not going to really, have that say that is right at all times. Persons are going to have persons are going to say, damn, you're saying that Bobby Robson wasn't world class. You're saying that Mark Hughes at one time wasn't world class. You're saying that uh you're saying that shoot, that's pretty much it. So yeah, if Sir Alex Ferguson saw the players in training and off training, so I'm not going to really say what Sir Alex Ferguson said was wrong, but it's something that can be called into question. I'm not saying they shouldn't challenge it, but it's something to think about. I mean, four players that were just world class. I mean, Scholes was world class, Giggsy was world class, Cantona was very good. Ronaldo was definitely world class. I mean, my man was just running the show, is me. My man was just a magic man with the one in his right hand, on that right wing and left wing. Um, so I mean, again, if he wants to believe that, then okay, bro, go ahead and But I wonder if I want to say something else, because there's a few other things I want to flesh out, just to take up those chips off my shoulder. Um, So yeah, Liverpool gets trashed out of the Champions League. They have been trashed this season. Um, Real Madrid is through. PSG is through. Man City is through. Controversially, Dortmund is out. Bayern is out. Yeah, yeah. So it's going to. Oh, see, bro. You see, it's funny, person talking about PSG going through, but nobody's not talking about Chelsea going through. Nobody cares about Chelsea like that. You see me? I mean, Chelsea, they're in the semi-finals now, but nobody really cares about Chelsea right now, bro. Chelsea not going to really get the spoils, at least to the degree of PSG. You see me? So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very, very interesting, entertaining, enthralling semi-finals on that day of April, in 27th of April and the 28th of April this month. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, the Ballon d'Or is up for grabs, bro. I don't think Ronaldo or Messi is going to win it. Don't think. I mean, if they win it, that is going to show more light on how. That's going to show more light on the corruption of the football hierarchy, the football authority. You see me? Yeah, that's just going to show why the Ballon d'Or is very corrupt. Now, to the preview, which you guys have been waiting for. So I'm going to be delivering that. Manchester United is in a good place. We have won 2-0 away from home on Spanish soil. So we're not going to really spoil. I don't think we're going to spoil the game in the second leg. But this is football, so they can't really say hold on. One thing is going to happen, because football is just unpredictable. And that's why we love football, because it's unpredictable. But we're in a good place. We have 2 away goals. I don't think Granada is really going to stretch wings on us. I don't think they're going to really pull any strings. I mean, they might get a goal, which I don't really think so, but at best, to at least give them at least a small degree of green light, they might get a goal, but I don't think they're going to go through regardless. You see me? So Manchester United, I'm not saying Manchester United should play the passive passenger role. I think they should actually get more goals and play players that are on the fringes or on the periphery, which relates to my starting 11. I think Dean Henderson should start, because I'm not really bought on the thought of David De Gea starting tomorrow, because my man has butterfingers, bro. You see me? Like someone threw him in a gallon of butter. So I don't really trust David De Gea in the goal. You see me? Because he really cost us the semi-finals last season against Chelsea and another few games. I'm not going to really. I wouldn't start him in the second leg, although we are 2 goals ahead. But Dean Henderson in the goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka right back. I don't trust Twan-CB, bro. I don't trust Twan-CB. Funnily enough, this guy at one point had a prime Alexis Sanchez in his pocket, and he had at the time Mbappe and Neymar in his pocket earlier this season. Right now, that is not the case. But in this case, I'm gonna put him on the bench, because that's the best position for him right now. So it's Lindelof and Harry Maguire as the centre back pairing, with Luke Shaw as left back. Don't trust Alex Telles, bro. Not at this moment in time. I'm gonna play Luke Shaw as left back. In midfield, Nemanja Matic with I don't think Danny Van de Beek goes start tomorrow. Honest to God, I don't think he goes start tomorrow. I just don't think so. I just do not think so. So I'm gonna start Matic with who is going to play midfield? Matic with Scott McTominay. Again, I might be wrong. And of course, you guys know what's up. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, based on the game, based on the commentary in this video podcast. State your starting 11 down below. List your players down below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that link, that subscription button down below for more content. Now, in midfield, Matic and Scott McTominay, which I think is not really the best of midfield. Let me scratch that. Fred and Scott McTominay, I believe, is going to start. Yes, Fred and Scott McTominay is going to start tomorrow. Because Granada do press and they play decent football at best. So I don't think it's best to play 2 static, lethargic, lackadaisical, lazy players that are slow across the floor. That is not going to be a good look at the 90th minute. So I'm going to just play, Scott McTominay and Fred. Now, with that being said, as the front 3, Mason Greenwood has been in form as of late. On the right wing, Mason Greenwood. Left wing is Marcus Rashford. See, I kind of messed up, Because I was thinking of probably starting Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left, and Cavani up top. Or Greenwood up top, Pogba on the right, and Rashford either way. Because Martial is out for the season, so they say. But we have to work with what we have, bro, is me. So on that left wing is Marcus Rashford. I'm gonna go for it. Again, I might be wrong, but that's just that's the decision I'm making right now. So I might be wrong, but that's the decision I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to make. Rashford on the left wing. I think Pogba go play, As the number 10, you can leave for the number 10. I would like Paul Pogba to be the number 10, but I believe Bruno Fernandes will be the number 10. As a striker, Edison Cavani On the right is Mason Greenwood. We cannot play Daniel James in this game. No disrespect to Daniel James, but my man is out of his depth on the right wing or on any wing for that matter. It's best if my man plays in Olympics. That is where he's going to strive. He's not going to strive with a good drive of being a very good winger. He's not a very good winger. He's one-dimensional. He's one-dimensional. He's basically the Welsh version of Adama Traore, who has just recently registered his first goal, if not his first assist, in Premier League football for just under over a year. Boom. So that's my starting level. Leave your starting levels down below in the comment section. I know this was kind of a lengthy video podcast, but I just wanted to flesh out some football matters, bro, and just on the table so that we can dine and feast together. But as I wrap up this video podcast, my prediction is 2-0 to Manchester United. I think we're just going to go through just to the semi-finals. Persons are not really bought on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been given praise as manager for Manchester United. Because persons are saying, this PSG, this this PE teacher is not that bad after all. He's beaten Klopp. He's beaten Pep Guardiola, although he's shut up the shop. He's beaten Carlo Ancelotti. He's beaten Lampard. He's beaten decent managers in the Premier League. So I guess this guy should be given the green light for being in a position to stay at Manchester United. Dude, this is the dude that said trophies are for egos. Trophies don't really tell the whole story. Trophies basically paper over crux, and it paper over crux bad football. Dude, you're playing bad football. So at the best, you can at least win some trophies. Right now, since you're not winning any trophies, play good football, bro. Good football. Yes, you have beaten Pep Guardiola, but what did you get out of those apart from getting 3 points? Pep Guardiola is winning trophies and he's playing good football. You're not doing anything. You're not doing none. You've been in the job for under 3 years, 2 to be precise, as a permanent manager. But ever since, you have been bad at winning us trophies. Man United hasn't laid hands on a trophy since 2017. That was when Donald Trump was in his first year as president of the United States. He's out of presidents. He's out of the White House right now. And we haven't won a trophy ever since. So we have been on a trophy famine right now, bro. We haven't won any trophies ever since. So it's either two things. You play good football, which is going to lead to trophies, or you have to go to the Jose Mourinho route of just playing bad football and getting trophies. Either way, fans are not going to really be bought on the thought of you staying in our club, because you used to be a player for Manchester United. You supposed to know that is not what Manchester United is built on. United is not just built on trophies. We're built on good football. You played in some of our best squads, bro. You're supposed to know what's up. I mean, come on, bro. At least win some trophies, but it's best if you play good football, which is going to lead to trophies. Because persons are not going to really be satisfied. Their bellies are not going to be full with just trophies and having bad football on the side of them dinner. They're not going to be full. We're going to be full if you're going to give us good football, which is going to be a byproduct. No, trophies is going to be a byproduct of playing good football. That is going to be the best call at this point. So again, my prediction is 2-0. I'm going to stay consistent. Yeah, leave your predictions down below, bro. Leave your predictions down below. Your starting 11s down below. What is your thought on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as being manager of Manchester? You think this guy is supposed to stay at Old Trafford? or you think he's supposed to leave. My thing is this: I'm on the fence. I'm not really bought. I'm not really. I'm 50-50. Again, I'm giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season because I mean Arteta just got in a job at Arsenal, bro. Arteta has just gotten a job, and I've heard from a few Arsenal fans that says, "Yo, if Arteta gets knocked out tomorrow, my man has to go." That's what Arsenal fans are saying, and Arsenal fans are in like 10th, if not 11th place in the Premier League, and my man came like way later. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was appointed in 2018. Arteta was just appointed in 2020. And people are just saying this. So we have to have high standards in regarding to the manager. But I'm giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer some grace period. You see me? I'm giving him some grace time. Some grace period time just before the break time, the whistle is blown after recess is being called. But I think I'm gonna do a video on my thoughts on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro. Cause again, we should win the EuroLeague. Cause Tottenham is out. Not that they were like a competitive opponent anyway, but we are in a position to win the EuroLeague, to get to get Champions League football again. Cause we're going to finish second. But I have to get the light on my face. But yeah, that's my video podcast. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to keep this on an hour, which I did. So I don't think I'll be doing a match reaction tomorrow. Just don't think so. But I'll be doing a belated match reaction on Friday when I'm doing a preview for Manchester United's next match in the Premier League. So again, leave your predictions down below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Click that bell for more content, and I'll show you guys in the next video podcast. Peace.